Hi everybody, thanks for coming back. And if you're new, welcome to my little channel on my weird face. If you've been here before, then you'll know that a few weeks ago I got a batch of consoles that are all broken. And today we're looking at, if the thumbnail and description didn't give it away, the original 90s PlayStation. And to enhance the challenge, I brought a broken PSOne controller from a second-hand shop on Croydon High Street. This controller is definitely from Croydon. It was cheap, dirty, and it's got knob rot. First things first, let's disinfect it. This isn't even for cleaning, this is literally to kill any bacteria. I'm doing the cable as well because that looks like it's been used as bandaging on a leprosy patient. I'll spare you further double entendres about knobs. These have just got to come out. Look at that, that is nasty. Like anything that's been in Croydon, it feels like it needs a bath when it gets home, so I'm giving it a nice bubble bath and scrub, and that'll at least make it clean and safe to work with. Now I'm laying out the parts to dry and using alcohol to get to the little nooks and crannies that I couldn't get to before.
Scott is cleaning my carbon contact right now. He forgot to record the voiceover for this part, so I'm telling you instead.
The D-pad is sadly cracked, so I'm using some super glue to put that back together. I'm spraying in some contact cleaner to the thumbstick pots to remove any buildup of microscopic plastic dust and dirt which will drop out of the bottom. That will keep the thumbsticks accurate in case they weren't. I happen to have some spare thumbsticks, so I'll use them to replace the old ones on this controller. Putting the controllers back together is always fun when you only have two hands.
There once was a man named Scott, fixing old stuff a skill he'd got, with a controller in hand, which cleaned up so grand. And now it works, believe it or not.
Okay, all done. Look at that. Nice and sturdy thumbsticks. That is nice action. Look at that.
Don't you wish your thumbstick was hot like me?
We've had a little delivery. A memory card from AliExpress and a replacement CD spindle. Let's have a look at the PlayStation itself, which is missing part of the spindle. That's the part that holds the CD in place, so there's nothing for it to grab onto, so it can't read discs and therefore doesn't work. My squeaky chair sounds like a dolphin, apologies. I'm going to remove this spindle mechanism from the motor, which is glued on. I'm using some alcohol to get in there and hopefully loosen it, but it's just not working. So engage brute force! And the bum end of my tweezers. Yep, come on, that'll do. I'll get the rest off, and while I'm here, I'm going to take the motor out and give it a bath in some contact cleaner. Spinny equals good. I'm going to use a drop of super glue in the middle of this spindle just to keep it where it should be, and I'm putting a spudger between the spindle and the motor to make sure that there's enough of a gap so that it won't rub against itself. I'm taking this opportunity to clean out the old mechanical grease and put in some new for no real reason but to make it look like I've done more stuff. And now the CD mechanism is as good as new. I also bought this Fade to Black game, the first game I ever played on the PlayStation, during the summer holiday of 1996 when I was a spotty little 14-year-old scrotum, probably hiding away from the outside world that the Spice Girls had just invaded with their debut single, Wannabe. So, tell me what... So far so good? Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, so now that we know that it works, let's make it look like it's not being used as a Prozzies placemat, and we'll give it a deep clean. I mean disinfect. This is the PlayStation. The stuff on the left is the power supply. Most consoles had theirs as a fat power brick outside, but not Sony. They wanted to keep things tidy for you. This version is the most common, the latest manufactured SCPH-9002. Inside the base of this model is the manufactured date, February, March, April, May, June 1999. That is the 12th of June 1999, the same day that newsreader Trevor McDonald became Sir Trevor McDonald. I'm giving everything a good thorough clean as I always do with the isopropyl alcohol and pointlessly putting it back together. Giving it another forensic clean, here we can see the upper chassis was manufactured on the 8th of July 1999, the same day that a 34-year-old J.K. Rowling published Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. 26 days after the base of the chassis was made. That's almost interesting. Okay, time to rack up a fat little pile of bicarb to scrub away the outer layer of UV damaged plastic. And with that done, I'll cover it in bleach and then get that wrapped in cling film and retrobite it. I'm going to bathe it in ultraviolet light, which with the bleach will remove all the yellowing and bring it back to that lovely original grey. Sleep well, little PlayStation. We'll leave it there and we'll come back to it in the morning. Wakey wakey, little PlayStation, it's time to rub off all that foamy peroxide and give me headachy. I'm really smart, so I'm not using gloves again. As it's in water, it should be okay, but please never ever do anything I do. I'm clueless and you know it. Oh yeah, that's straight out of 1999. Okay, it's time to mod this thing so that we can play backups of our games that we definitely backed up in the 90s. This is a really cheap and easy mod. I'm not going to go into details about how to do it as there's a million on YouTube, but it essentially comes down to soldering 8 wires between it and 8 specific solder points on the board. There are many different versions of the chip and the board, and they've all got different instructions, so if you're pointlessly modding a PSOne instead of a PS2 or PS3, which also play PS1 games, then make sure that you check your PlayStation model first before ordering the chip.
One might be forgiven for thinking that the following mammal has intelligence. This is, in fact, not the case. This imbecile forgot to film the rest of the video and instead boxed up the PlayStation and placed it on eBay. All is not lost, however, as thankfully nobody wants to buy a PlayStation, so he just had to get it out of the loft, open it up, and carry on filming the rest of this video.
This is the final result of my work. That's the PS1 controller, the memory card in the PlayStation. And look at that, that's my original PlayStation CD case. My legitimate copies of games, they work absolutely fine. Fade to Black's great. And Silent Hill, which for legal reasons I must state I own a legitimate copy of. It's just in the loft, or someone's loft.
Oh, we get it. You vape. Ah, bugger, shat myself again.
Strange, it's quiet, too quiet. This place is like a ghost town. Cheryl! Thank you for watching my video. I do hope you found it interesting. I'm working my way through a backlog of over 100 videos that I've filmed over the last 5 years, so hopefully the more I do, the better I'll get. And with your help, the better the videos will get too. If you've got any suggestions or feedback, please do let me know below. If not, then I hope you like anyway, and thank you to my latest 10 subscribers since my last video. I'm on my way to 100 now, woohoo! Little numbers in the grand scheme of YouTube, but to me it's massive and it means a lot, and I think about that every time I'm wondering about how much effort I should put into these videos. So thank you very much. Take care everyone, and I'll speak to you all next week. Bye!